Hey guys, welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 stream. It is actually the beginning of Series 36 and it's currently summer and we have 3 brand new cars added to the game that we can unlock this season. And today we have quite a cool one. This is our Mazda RX3 from 1973. It is officially the oldest Mazda currently in the game. And this car was actually last seen in, it was in a bunch of the Forza Motorsport games, like it was in Forza Motorsport 7, and I think it was in probably some of the previous ones as well. And then I think this car was only in Forza Horizon 1, it hasn't been in 2 or 3, but now it has finally made its way to 4. And it's made its valiant return to the Horizon series. So if we open it up, here you can see our rotary engine powering this thing. Yes, this is part of the RX Rotary Experimental series of Mazdas. And I'll talk about that a bit later, but first off, let's get into our Mazda. I like the small, you can see everywhere, you can see, in the center console, right behind the gear shifter, the rotary engine plaque, as well as the old-school Mazda symbol in the rotary-shaped triangle in the center of the steering wheel. Sick. But let's fire this puppy up. Obviously, it is rotary, so it has... So it has an extremely high rev limit. And for a car that's in the middle of B-Class, this thing is actually quite fast. It's good acceleration off the line for a B-Class car. And we are a classic sports car. Wheels spin off the line. And we are just flying. Handling-wise, this car is actually right in the middle. As you can see, the heavy Corvette with its massive V8 engine just kind of struggling around the corners, whereas the Haas and Healy Sprite up there just kind of lightweight and fiberglass. Just kind of, this car is kind of right in the middle. The Frog Eye Sprite, it's not powerful, not that fast, but really quick around the corner. The Corvette is quite fast, but it's not that good around the corner. It's quite heavy, whereas this is just kind of right in the middle. It actually has better launch than all the cars. Let me tell you guys some fun facts about this little Mazda RX3. So this is obviously the 3rd car in the Mazda Rotary Experimental line. There was obviously the RX1, the RX2, then this RX3, RX4, RX5, and for some reason, I think they took a hiatus, and when they came back, guess what car they made? It wasn't RX6, it was RX7. There's no RX6 for some reason, but they made obviously the legendary RX7, they made the 4-door RX8, and they haven't made a rotary car since, or a rotary road car since. But this was honestly the car that kind of popularized the rotary engine in Mazdas. These RX1, RX2 were both test mules for the new technology. Whereas this one was also kind of a test, but this one was probably the most like, this one was the most refined in one sense. This one was like actually like an actually like useful rotary car. So useful, in fact, that in the Japanese Touring Car Championship, throughout the 60s and 70s, they were just being dominated by the Skyline GTR, and this car was actually the car that happened to throw in it. So this is actually like a Godzilla killer, but it's a decent car. Like, it handles really well, but it doesn't have the, can't quite keep it with these really lightweight British roadsters. So let's start with either a, I don't know, let's see what we can get the stock engine up to. Because the engine swap wise, we do have this engine, our straightforward turbo rally, which is a great engine, really lightweight, can make it really powerful. It has some great engine sounds, but the only problem with it is that it's not a rotary engine. But then you also have this, the 4-rotor racing, which is a bit too powerful for this car if we're gonna make it into kind of a, if we're gonna kind of build up to some of the faster races. So we'll keep it naturally aspirated as well for now. We'll probably come back and throw in a turbo. We have some, obviously, some Forza Aero. We have this cool little rear like lip, and obviously the not so cool Forza rear lip, but I'm just gonna throw that on because I like that. Upgrade our brakes. Let's get on race suspension. That is some nice fitment. That is a clean boy right there. I love that. That seems to go to extremely lightweight. We don't have that much horsepower, but we are really lightweight. Yeah, it is acceleration off the line. This thing is... But the problem is it is so lightweight, so that even if you hit the smallest thing, that just kind of slows it down a lot. Little bit of wheel spin off around corners, but not that bad. It does feel chuckable. We actually are not quite as good through the corners as I thought we were, but we actually do have quite better speed compared to some of the other cars than I thought we would. Past the tree. We bear through the corner. Come on, draft off him. We are slowly catching up. We have had a small accident. Watching past the Ken Mari. Don't spin out of me now. And then that, he got it. But honestly, that was going to be quite a bit more dominant, but I don't know, that was actually quite a fun race, so I would actually, I still kind of enjoy cars like this. Like, you can have like a really like dominant, like all-wheel drive, really like grippy car, but I don't know, cars like this are just a bit more fun. Let's do like a, let's try a A-Class 2 now, with still using this engine. A or S? Okay, we do have quite a bit of variety. Except for some reason there aren't any Toyotas for some reason, I don't know why, but uneven difficulty for the Japanese Touring Car Cup. first corner, and okay, if all these, if all these cars were in my way, I would actually be faster in the corners. We are slowly switching positions past the Cosmo. So, oh, okay. Subscribe if you want to see more gameplay on that little silver car next to me. We'll be unlocking that thing next week. It still is quite a wheel spinning, but it isn't that bad. It's wheel spinning in first gear, but in second gear it's not bad at all. And we almost had them. Yeah, it's quite a fun race. It was fun while it lasted with our little rotary engine, but let's go all out. Let's also swap on some all-wheel drive. Let's actually go with the maxed out tune. We are quite a bit heavier, but we have over 700 horsepower. Okay, could you please get out of the way? Apparently I am too fast for... It does understeer quite a bit. Like we were sabotaged by that TT. And we're actually still, like, we have good braking and good acceleration. We all have similar top speeds. How is that Raptor winning? How is he? Okay, there we go. Yeah, honestly, okay tune, but honestly not that big of a gap. Maybe the circuit race we might have had a bigger gap, but now it is it's been quite some time since we've done this, but now it is time to go to Fortune Island and drift this thing. So, rear-wheel drive. That seems good. We might need to come back in and upgrade our tire width a bit more. Just because they're extremely skinny right now. This is basically a Fast and Furious took place like 30 years in the past. And we are quite the... We're quite a slidey boy, and we don't spin it. I think we got the tire compound just right, and the width. So into the stream, let's try going up our drift zone one time and see how good this... I doubt it'll be the best car. like, I doubt I can dethrone the Shelby 1000. He's also... Let's see if we can get close. So far, not that bad. It's like not like insane, but it's driftable. And you can get quite a lot of angle on it for a rear-wheel drive car. This doesn't really spin out. It does feel like it kind of just rips up. I feel like it is a tiny bit too grippy. Okay, there we finally spun out.
Arrived at your destination.
So yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's quite a decent drift car. It's nowhere close to the Shelby, but just kind of it's one of the more legit drift tunes. But looks like we are all out of time for today. Thank you guys for watching. Next week we are checking out our Mazda Cosmo, which is a really cool classic Mazda that was made in the... It was actually made 1 year before this, so then that'll actually be the oldest Mazda in the game. The week after that, we're taking a break. There are no new cars in the winter, but then in the spring season, we're getting a brand new car in the series, the Saline S1. Which should be a really cool car to check out. Also expect to see, you've got next upcoming, I think, yeah, like a week or so, there will probably be some information on Forza Horizon 5 released at E3, so if and when that does come out, you'd be sure to catch it here on the channel. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel, as well as subscribe, like the video, follow me on Twitch. But as for today, this is the Mazda RX3, an insanely cool little car. It's not really insanely overpowered at anything, but just kind of just a fun little car to drive, and it's honestly a really cool looking car within some insane fitment. So make sure to get it, and as that'll be all for today. Goodbye, and see you next week.